everyone, and welcome to a very windy and very chilly Kansas Speedway, everyone. This is a starting grid. Chris Rice, tell me how this weather, how this wind's going to affect things. The cold's going to make it quick. What's the wind going to do?
Well, we can tell by your hair, it is really windy here, and that is pushing the race cars into turn one and kind of having a headwind down the back straightaway. So when they get 2 by 2 and they're depending on the wind, and the wind shoving them off in turn one, you never know what can happen here, because this racetrack has created a bunch of wrecks, and it can show that it's just different. Now it's cold out here. Man, it's going to be fast. The Goodyear tires are going to have to hang on.
All right, let's talk about the big three. They haven't been in victory lane for a while. Kevin Harvick won this race in the spring. Martin Truex Jr. won this race last year. Truex is close to that cut line. What do those guys have to do to make sure they advance?
Well, they definitely cannot have a problem. And as we've seen as late, you know, like at Talladega, they had an issue with the rear end, and who knows what could happen here at Kansas. They cannot have a problem and get themselves in trouble and end up in the garage, because if they do, they could be kicked out. And that would mean that the champion from last year was kicked out and is not making it to the round of 8.
All right, let's talk about the guys below the cut line. Bowman, he's got to win. Kyle Larson thinks he's got to win. Ryan Blaney and Brad Keselowski, they may be able to point their way out of that hole, but what are you looking at in terms of those 4 drivers? What do they have to do to get out of it?
Well, definitely Alex Bowman has to win, and I haven't seen any speed out of his race car this weekend, so I'm a little worried about that. Kyle Larson wrecks his race car early on Friday trying to make mock qualifying runs. Still hadn't seen a lot of speed out of him, but Keselowski and Ryan Blaney looks like they have some speed. Their teammates sat on the pole with Joey Logano, so I'm telling you, I am watching those guys back there, but man, like I said, if it's 78 has a problem, you never know. Somebody gets some stage points, some crazy goes on, they can point their way in.
All right, who you taking to win?
I'm taking Kevin Harvick. Absolutely. I've watched him with his in-car camera all weekend. He looks to be the most comfortable. I know he didn't set on the pole, but I'm telling you, he can overcome a lot of stuff. Rodney Childress has said on social media a lot he wants to be the dynamic duo that Chad Kanowski and Jimmy Johnson were. So I feel like that Rodney Childress, Kevin Harvick, that entire SHR group goes on to win.
Brad Keselowski, he's determined. Paul Wolfe has a trick up his sleeve. That's going to do it for the starting grid. Chris, I'm going to go put a hat on. Make sure you guys tune in to the race on NBC.